All right, gang, I am off to the cinema this scorchingly hot Sunday afternoon. I'm gonna go check out the new R-rated animated film. That's right, I said R-rated animated film, Sausage Party.
You let me fucking stop! Fuck!
I have a question. Are they gonna be serving sausage instead of popcorn at the cinema? Because I sure have a craving for sausage. Granted, I think that would be a little too frighteningly meta for this film screening.
They're eating children! Fucking children!
A lot of people have been kind of talking about the novelty of this being a really hard, lewd and crude R-rated animated film, and I can't really concede that that's original, because when you really think about it, there's been a pretty strong litany of past R-rated animated films, not to the aggressively marketed levels that this film had. There's no inherent sense of daring innovation with Seth Rogen and company coming out with an R-rated animated film. It's been done before. You can go back as far as like the 70s, like Heavy Metal was an R-rated animated film. More recently, South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut from, was it 1999, 2000? That was a grotesquely hard R-rated animated film, but I will concede this, not on the level of big studio support and advertising and marketing support that this film is receiving. And that is a testament. I gotta give props to the studio behind this film for having faith and letting these guys make a hard R-rated animated film directed at adults, because it's not like Disney or Pixar or DreamWorks is coming out of the woodworks to do a film like this. Anyway, enough of the chit chat. I'm on my way to the cinema. I'm gonna screen this puppy and then I'll be back with a review. Well, it's official. I can cross off of my bucket list, see a movie, an animated movie involving potty-mouthed grocery items.
Once you see that shit, it'll fuck you up for life. Good luck, have fun.
All right, gang, I just got out of Sausage Party, and I gotta say, this was both intermittently and extremely funny. Having said all that, though, there are times when the hard R-rated shenanigans almost become aggressive and somewhat obnoxious at times, and really what it boils right down to, it pretty infantile. I'm going to preface this review by saying that I am certainly no cinematic prude. I am not at all offended by vulgar language. I'm not offended by lewd or coarse content. Some of my favorite comedies of all time are hard-edged and R-rated. But, you know, there's something to be said about Sausage Party. Like, Sausage Party is a film that goes out of its way to be aggressively potty-mouthed. I mean, the F-bombs flow aplenty in this film. Sometimes it seems like it's every other word.
Sausage Party is not for children. It contains strong, crude sexual content, evasive language.
I don't give a flying holy.
What the?
Kiss my brownish yellow ass!
Now, again, I don't have a problem with characters, whether it be in an animated movie or a live-action film, that really are vulgar. I don't. But I think sometimes it shows a little bit of comic desperation where vulgarity is used for the primary source of laughs, instead of being strategically used as a punctuation, as a form of a punchline to a gag. And sometimes I think that Sausage Party is a movie that thinks that aggressive vulgarity is funny. And I think once the novelty of watching a superficially cute and cuddly looking animated film get all coarse and vulgar with its characters, it's hysterical at first, but it sort of wears a little thin as the movie progresses.
Kiss my brownish yellow ass!
The movie is a lot more smartly written in various parts than I frankly was expecting. And one thing that you don't really see in the advertising material for this movie is that what it really boils down to it is this film is a very hysterically at times spot on and observant satire about organized religion and faith, and also about race relations. That didn't seem abundantly clear in any of the trailers or the TV ads, and quite frankly, I can maybe understand that, because I think trying to sell this film as a scathing satire of religion and faith would, for example, would be pretty hard to sell.
I'm Seth Rogen, and you found me at my animation imaginatorium, where I'm hard at work on a new picture called Sausage Party.
Brings me, of course, to describing the premise of this film. So basically, it is about the film basically mostly takes place in a grocery store where we are introduced to various produce and grocery items, all which have distinct personalities and sort of reflect a particular ethnicity or race that we're very familiar with. And all of the food items in the grocery store believe that human beings are gods, and that once they are chosen to be put in the shopping cart and taken out of the grocery store, they will be taken to this heavenly great beyond place.
Yes! We're chosen! Yes!
Yeah! We've been chosen together!
Where they'll live out a life of eternal happiness. Unfortunately, some of the characters, once they're taken out of the grocery store and into the great beyond, they realize to their horror that this isn't like a godlike heaven. This is a place where they are, you know, skinned, boiled, baked, chopped in half, and eaten.
Yes, I'm the first to enter eternity.
Oh, potato! Way to go, buddy!
The pipes are coming. Oh, Jesus, fuck! Oh, gummy skin!
So, based on that, you can kind of see where Rogen and company, because the film was, you know, stars Seth Rogen, it was, I think, written and co-produced by Seth Rogen. You can see where this film is really buried well deep beneath all of its advertising. It is a religious satire.
Feeling me fucking stuff! Fuck!
It's completely unmistakable, and that's part of the aspect of Sausage Party that I found most rewarding and most hysterical. And I also thought it was, at times, again, a lot more intelligently rendered than I was frankly expecting. All of the film's, you know, raunch and lewdness, frankly, I was expecting that. And again, once you see the various characters, once they start cursing like sailors, again, it's funny at the beginning, but it just sort of wears a little thin. It's really quite inconsistent when you really think about it, because there are moments that are so perceptive and so smart, but then there are other moments that feel like they were written by horny teenage boys, and that didn't really sit so well with me.
Hey, I am sorry. I accidentally dropped a few things back there.
Hey! I'm gonna fix you. I'm gonna fix this.
It's also kind of oddly paced. I think it does suffer from some momentum issues. It has this absolutely terrific and hysterical opening montage that really is trying to spoof, if not mock, the conventions of like Disney animated films and Pixar animated films. It's this gloriously inspired sort of song and dance number where the food items all sing in unison and dance in unison, praising the human-like gods that they hope will take them out of the grocery store. It's really incredibly funny. There's also a lot of little side characters that are introduced that, to really talk about them, I think would kind of be engaging in spoilers. A couple in particular the manner with which this film introduces gum is very, very clever, because pretty much every item in the grocery store has a distinct personality, and in some cases evokes a very famous person. A very well-known musician, rock star, appears in this film. I'm not going to spoil who that is, but if you really stop and think about food and musicians, I think you kind of know where I'm going with this. The voice cast works really well together. You know, Seth Rogen is in pure Seth Rogen autopilot. That's not really a criticism, because, I mean, he's played these types of foul-mouthed man-children before, both ostensibly in live action, so he's really good at it. I guess I kind of wish that he would really stretch his creative horizons a little bit and maybe go a little more forward and maybe play against type more in films, but he's so good at playing these types of characters, it's kind of hard to fault him. Kristen Wiig actually generates a lot of good laughs. She plays a hot dog bun to Seth Rogen's sausage, who it really has this unhealthy fixation with having the sausage fill her up. I can't believe I'm talking about this movie.
What if the gods are doing this to us because we touched tips? Wasn't even that... I mean, it was fine. It's not like anyone writes home and says, oh God, I had the best tip.
Other notable voice actors like Edward Norton and Salma Hayek. Michael Cera is in particular really funny, playing this slightly deformed sausage that is basically the source of a lot of mockery from his fellow sausage friends. The film culminates in this twisted and bizarre and crazily violent climax, which pits food items against humanity, and you really gain a sense of the sort of the unbridled ambition of Rogen and company to just sort of go for broke and deliver. No child should be seeing this movie. This is an animated film that is adult and for adults. I guess in closing that, I laughed a lot in Sausage Party. There were a lot of gulfs in the film where I didn't, and I think there was a lot of points in the film where I think it just was almost too fanatically childish for its own good, and I really like the more sophisticated and edgy, like, social and racial and religious satire that was at the heart of the film. To me, that's what made the film really memorable. It wasn't really the raunch, it wasn't all the multiple F-bombs and seeing all these cute and cuddly characters speaking with colorful language that would make the mobsters in Goodfellas blush with envy. When it delivers consistent laughs, that to me validates the film's existence and a recommendation to go and see it. So anyway, there's my review of Sausage Party. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the film. If you did see it, let me know what some of your favorite Seth Rogen comedies are. And thank you very much for watching this. If you could also like this video and subscribe to my channel, I would sincerely appreciate it. Thank you very much again for watching, and I'll see you at the movies, everybody.
But what Frank doesn't know might just kill him and everyone he loves.
Wait, what?